Okay, my name is Gustavo Steinberg. I'm the CEO of Gamescom Latam and Big Festival. Big Festival started 13 years ago and was one of the founders. And since we did the joint venture of Big Festival with Gamescom to create Gamescom Latam, I've been directing the whole thing. I can say that one key moment was the COVID. I thought I was going to go bankrupt because I was doing live events. I used to run other events too. But then in the end, before COVID, the event Big Festival used to be a much more B2B and indie games oriented festival. And during COVID, when we did a couple of online editions, we managed to see how much people appreciated the kind of content that we generated because we really accessed all the professionals. We brought a lot of knowledge from the games industry. We had all the relationships with most of the important brands because they were coming to us to buy games from Latin America as a whole. And then we thought, well, maybe it's time to expand to the B2C area, to the consumers area. So just after COVID, I had a conversation with the Omelette company. I already knew them. We knew each other from, I don't know, the second edition of Big Festival back in 2013. But then we were mature enough to make a partnership with a bigger company like the Omelette company. And then that's how we started, a bigger version of the event. So from 2022, just after COVID, we did a first edition in a big venue. It was still like just a small part of the big venue. It was, I think, 7,000, 8,000 square meters. And then since then, we've been doubling the size of the event every year. So it was like 7,000, 15,000, 30,000, and now 60,000 square meters. And in 2023, we did the joint venture with the Germans, with Gamescom, which is the biggest games event in the world, to create a version of Gamescom for, it's Latam, but it's also for the Americas. Because right now, in terms of industry events, we are the biggest one in the Americas. Well, for the fans, it's easy. It's more and better. So we have more publishers on the show floor, we have more games, we have more releases, but we still have the indie games too. But we have in terms of publishers, we have Bethesda, Xbox, Nintendo, Niantic, Pokemon Company, Epic, Roblox, Garena, Supercell, Tencent, a lot of the big publishers have, trusted the project much more than last year. Last year we already had some very important ones. I probably forgot to mention someone like Epic. Oh, they're here. And they are bringing new games, new titles. They are releasing the games here. So it's the first time that the Latin American audience can really have new releases in our territory, but new releases for the whole world. So this is in terms of the experience for the fans. And for business, it's similar. We have more and more international companies. In the business meetings, we had more than 60 countries attending the event. We had more than 10,000 meeting requests using our platform alone. That's, on top of the organic meetings and the direct contacts that people make. So we expect to see an increase in the revenues generated by the event. Last year it was $200 million US. So I think we should see something even bigger than that for the region. We have a lot of talent in the region. We have a lot of good developers. We have a lot of good ideas. We have a lot of good games, but we don't have the publishers. So that's how we try to, act to bring the publishers, the investors, and bridge the gap between these two sides. because it's a win-win situation, because most of the studios, they don't have the money to travel to Europe or to the US. Maybe from Mexico you can travel to the US, but even if you travel to the US, you are going to be competing with all the American companies, whereas like the same professionals that are there, they come here and they have all their time only for Latin American companies. And the greatest challenge that we had over like the last more than 10 years was to show the relevance of the region, because they see it as a region for consumers, but not necessarily for developers. And now they're like maybe changing their mind and seeing that there is a lot of potential here. We have like some important names from Xbox, from PlayStation, attending the event and seeing, oh, this is much bigger than I thought, and the talent is much higher than I thought, and so there's lots going on in along these lines, and we see like games that were picked by Xbox, for instance, last year here are already being shown on the Xbox booth. So, you know, it's working. The big publishers are buying the games, the studios are interacting with the investors and publishers, and I think that's the way forward. Also because I think the market needs more and more good independent games. So I think we are, as a region, ready to fill the gap of this need that they have, because they, you know, they can do as many AAA games, and the rest of their slate is being completed with independent games. So that's what we offer, like the perfect environment for networking and for meetings with these guys. I don't know, 5 years. I mean, our goal has always been to put the spotlight on the whole of Latin America as a region for creation of games. So I see within 5 years that we are going to make this happen, not us alone, but together with the developers from all the countries in the region, and together with the associations of developers in the region. We have a very important partnership with Abra Games, but also with IGDA and with the Federation of Latin American Developers. We did a good partnership, for instance, with the Latin American Games Showcase to showcase the best games in the region just after our trailer show with the Future Games Show. So we are trying to connect everybody that is working towards creating a central hub for game development in the region. So I hope that in 5 years we are going to be a powerhouse for development of games. Well, we integrate everything that is games related, so esports is an important part of it, and we expect to have more and more like important tournaments and finals and this kind of stuff in the show, that's for sure. We are already negotiating some possibilities that could be very cool. I know our company already organizes CCXP in Mexico, and there are games there, but who knows? I don't know. Maybe.